Belmont Park. It's over the 2,000 metres. Very similar races and similar horses going up against each other. But what I like with this one, there is guaranteed speed.
Yeah, and an interesting race with the weight swings as well. We'll have a look at last start winner though, Dark Musket, who was super impressive.
Musket, the flirt tries to get to the outside. Drooper has raced up to Tradesman, who was put under pressure. Palace Intruder to the inside, wide around is Shintamani. It's Drooper, Tradesman, Dark Musket. Here's Pike. He might have them. Dark Musket bursting through has hit the front. Shintamani's after it. Palace Intruder to the inside. Dark Musket though just in front, pulls clear from Shintamani. Palace Intruder and
very good performance there by Dark Musket. William Pike gets on. The C's just separate and he goes straight through the middle and got the job done. The concern here though is that it goes up 3.5 kilos. The bigger concern for mine is the way that Shintamani got so close. I didn't have Shintamani in my 4 going into that race because there was no speed. Now she really needs to wind up and work into the race. Now you add Vidello Blue Black into the race. You put blinkers on Uncle George and you've got Drooper. There is going to be tempo in here. Woodsville puts the blinkers on as well. They're going to run along a little bit. So although coming back the 200 metres, I think you have to lean towards Shintamani over Dark Musket from that last run.
In saying that though, Adam, you've got to see where they posed up last start. Dark Musket was near last on the fence and still made up a lot of ground, albeit with the lighter weight. 59 kilos barrier 1 will sit right behind the leader, which I'm guessing will be Vidello Blue in this race. Shintamani from barrier 5 probably a few pairs back. So I think Dark Musket will be a lot closer and I still think he'll be able to sprint at the top of the straight. And as you mentioned, Shintamani takes a while to get wound up. We'll have to get out at about the 500, 550 and Jason Whiting will really have to get to work, whereas William Pike will be smoking the pipe on the fence waiting for that run, and I think that run will come quicker for him. We've also got in the race Drooper, who was a good run last start in the same race.
I was really tempted to put Drooper on top here again. I was last start as well. Only lost by 0.8 lengths, gets a 2 kilo swing on Dark Musket. And again, you mentioned positions in the run. I think dropping back the 200 metres and being outside Vidello Blue, this horse is going to get the perfect run. Barrier 3, 54.5 kilos. Ryan Hill riding a space gap here as well. I think Drooper can win the race. It's certainly in some very good form, but I am going to go with number 4, Shintamani. From 8, Drooper, 10, Palace Intruder, and 1, Dark Musket.
I've got the one on top, Dark Musket, Pike Factor for sure. 4, Shintamani, 8, Drooper, and 11, Savannah Roller.
Race number 6 at Belmont Park. It's over the 1,200 metres and we get to see the informed galloper from the Casey Yard. They've got a few at the moment as well, that must be said, but none better than this one.
Yeah, they've found the winning formula to this horse and he just keeps on winning. Look at the prize money there. We'll have a look at his last start win where he actually took a sit on this occasion, but still won very impressively.
Under a good hold, racing up, taking the lead. Fool's Better's gone. On the outside is Mr. Motown. It's It is getting home quite nicely. Inside the 250, Vega Magic. He's got boosters on his feet at the moment. He bounded 2 lengths in front. It is giving chase strongly. Vega Magic in front. It's running a brave race. Conjob runs into 3rd place. Grey Enigma goes to 4th, but all the way, well, not all the way, but he did it.
So impressive, wasn't it? And this horse, every time he comes into the yard, we just sit there, you stand back, you smile. A 3-year-old, so tall, so strong. And like you said, I just like that was able to adapt. Didn't have to lead this time. Still showed that turn of foot. Was too good. Look at the last 2 wins. 5.5 lengths over Gigante, then 2.3 lengths over It's It. But I think this is its biggest test so far. Barrier 12, that's going to be a question of how much work it has to do to get across. It's got the speed to cross them, can do that comfortably as well. Goes up to 58.5, so from that first win in the 72 plus now puts on 4 kilos. Then go back 3 starts ago, was beat Brisanto by a short neck. Brisanto should have won that, was held up on the rail, couldn't get through. Brisanto gets 5 kilos on Vega Magic here. They are all very big stats. I will say that Vega Magic is going much better than it was in that run, but this will be the biggest test yet.
Yeah, it will indeed, Adam. But I also like how you mentioned the horse took a sit last start. That also shows the maturity of Jake Casey. Wasn't flustered, didn't say I've got to take the lead like first up. He learnt from that well. But as you mentioned, you make a very, very strong case for Brisanto, especially at the weights. And the way the race is going to be run, barrier 12 is not an easy task, no matter how good this horse is. So, look, it'll be interesting to see how the race plays out. We've also got in the run, number 3, Gigante. Was a good winner 3 starts ago, but its last 2 runs has run into some handy ones.
It really has. Was beaten 5.5 lengths by Vega Magic 2 starts ago, but gets 4 kilos on it for that. And then last start was beaten by Cool Passion over the 1,000 metres. I think the best advantage here is it's back up to the 12. Has never run outside the top 3 over 1,200 metres at Belmont Park. 7 attempts, 3 victories, and has placed on 4 occasions as well. The form lines are good enough at this distance. Barrier 3 is going to get the gun run. Jordan Turner takes the ride as well. I can see Gigante finishing the top 3.
We've also got in the race another one, It's It. Last start start behind Vega Magic, got within 2.3 lengths of it. Not too many horses can say they've done that.
This horse has improved out of sight. Always knew it had a bit of potential, but going from a 60 plus to a 62 plus, then into a 72 plus, and only losing by 2 lengths to Vega Magic, now meets at 1.5 kilos better. Jumps from barrier 4 as well. It has plenty of speed. It can certainly run a race, but I'm taking on Vega Magic, which I think is very gutsy, but I'm going to go with Brazanto here. 5 kilos for that short net defeat from barrier 6 with 54 kilos. Could certainly cause an upset from 1 Vega Magic, 3 Gigante and 9 It's Hit.
Live by the sword, die by the sword, Adam. I've got the one on top, Vega Magic, from 11 Faux Shizzle, 3 Gigante and 9 It's Hit.
Race number 7 at Belmont Park. It's over the 1,300 metres, and there's some listed types and group types in this field, but there are only 2 horses that have won inside the last 100 days in this field.
Yeah, not the strongest 78 plus we've seen before, but we'll have a look at the replay horse, which is Malibu Style.
Going to come through in the centre. Disciple dropped off. Cool Passion just in front of Pt2. Malibu Style is down the outside. Silver Spec the inside. King River is back nearer the inside. Still Cool Passion in front with about 150 to go from Pt2. King River's coming hard the inside. Malibu Style the outside. Still Cool Passion in front from King River. Malibu Style coming late, but Cool Passion.
Been really intrigued by Malibu Style so far this campaign. They've beaten 1.5 by Cool Passion and 1 length as well. But I think the call from Richie Bell summarised it perfectly. This horse is doing in patches. We loomed up or got a nice position early, then loomed up, dropped back and then attacked the line strongly again over the 1,000 metres. Maybe this horse just needs the distance and the increase to 1,300 metres will be ideal. Barrier 1 gets a great run. 54 kilos is not an issue. Neville Parnham has never hidden his opinion of this galloper, and it's about time we see it, I think.
As you mentioned, has had a nice run in its last 2 races as well. Gets barrier 1 again. I think it should get a lot closer, but I'm not sure about 78 class. It'll be interesting to see how it goes. We've also got number 9, Mad Brad, now has opened up at around $4.50. Last start was good behind Pt2. Behind that, 1.5 lengths off Showy Chloe. Yeah,
really good form, I see, because this horse, those distances have been too short, the 1,000 to 1,200 as well. This horse wants 1,300 and 1,400 metres, had 2 attempts at the track and distance, has 1 as well. Gets barrier 4 here, 55 kilos, and William Pike. It actually meets Pt2 worse off for losing to it, but I think Mad Bradge is going to get the gun run and will be attacking the line too strongly, and will break that 460-odd day drought.
Zuccaros can't catch this horse. 2 backed it 3 starts ago, 1-2 starts ago, and then last start put in a stinker.
Yeah, look, it was beaten 1 length last start by Pt2 and actually meets it worse in the weights again, but barrier 11 makes it tough. Loves the 1,300 metres at Belmont Park, 4 attempts, 2 victories and a third. So I think Zuccaros can go close here, but I'm going to go with number 9, Mad Brad. There's too many big ticks here. From 1, Zuccaros, 2, Pt2 and 11, Malibu Style.
Yes, I've got the 9 on top, Mad Brad as well. From 11, Malibu Style, 8, New Time and 4, Rebel King.
Race number 8 at Belmont Park. It's over the 2,100 metres. Finish with a staying event, and like normal, we're finishing with a raffle.
Yeah, last start winner Entrechat was good behind Bowler Duzra. Let's have a look at that replay.
Entrechat gets up on the inside behind them. Chariot Queen is out wide. Low flying. Top of the was got an inside run, but Bowler Duzra is still in front inside the 250. Entrechat is coming through nearer the inside. Bowler Duzra just laying in a bit. Entrechat gets underneath it, and then Sorbet. I'm a blue bagger, and top of the was but it's Entrechat and Willie Pike dashing through to take the lead from Bowler Duzra, and Entrechat comes away to win it well.
Good performance there by Entrechat. I spoke to Alana Williams after she had a couple of winners on Wednesday and just mentioned about this horse. She was a little bit concerned the way it raced over the 1,400 and 1,650 metres, but like I explained to her on those days, they were leaders' days, and this horse gets back and runs on strongly, and I thought the horse was tracking nicely, and it showed that last start with that win over the 2,100 metres. William Pike decides to hop off. He stays with Striking Star, which is always an interesting sign there, but I think she's good enough to back up that win.
Oh, that ride as well was box seat stuff from William Pike. Got it really comfortable. Barrier 13 might have turned William Pike off, although his other runner, Striking Star, there has drawn barrier 11. But this horse has been racing well. One query I've got is the freshen up after a month. Hasn't raced in a month. Yeah, interested by that.
Yeah, I think Neville Parker actually mentioned that he thinks that's the best way this horse runs, but we will see how it goes. I was intrigued that William Pike has stayed this way, to be honest. I thought he would have certainly gone with Entrechat. Striking Star is in good form, though. You go through its last 5 runs, second, third, and then has had the 2 victories, and won them comfortably as well by 2 lengths, doing its best work late. Now, it was beaten by My Magic Miss 3 starts ago by 2 lengths, and actually makes it 1.5 kilos worse too. So you could see this horse maybe struggling, but I think William Pike factors factor may be enough.
Number 4, Ready to Fire, was excellent first up, or after a little break anyway. Lucy Warwick, as she does, like William Pike as well, gets them on the fence and just produces them late. It was an excellent run to run third, beating only half a length behind Bonnie Zara.
Thought the trial was brilliant leading into that over the 1450 as well, and then as you mentioned, the run was really good over the 1650. Steps up now. This horse is a true star, and we've seen that with the Warwick stable. Paul Harvey on board. The good thing with this galloper, you can go early on it as well. It maintains those sustained runs, so I think it'll be very hard to beat, and I'm going to put it on top for the final race. From 6, My Magic Miss, 5, Striking Star, and 7, Entrechar.
Yeah, I've got a rough one on top here, Adam. As you mentioned, it is a raffle. The 12, Starry Dane can run some nice sectionals from 16, Sunset Superman, 6, My Magic Miss, and 4, Ready to Fire.
Time now to turn our attention to the best bets, and I'm going to start with race 1, number 2, Dainty Test, and then race 7, number 9, Mad Brad.
I've got race 3, number 4, Uptown Funk, to continue her winning ways, and race 6, number 1, Vega Magic.
As we say, always follow us on social media, Facebook, Twitter and Instagram as well, and perthracing.com.au for all your event information. Pink Lady Day, not too far away from Belmont Park, so it should be a cracking day and an event. Hopefully we found you plenty of winners. We'll be back again next week with another edition of The Box Seat.